A lot of you were asking for a Philly drill tutorial, and this is it. In fact, we are going to make a crazy hard beat for Ot7 Quanny, so let's get into it. I just loaded up FL, and the first thing to do is to set the BPM to 160 or something like that. And in these beats you want to start with a dark pad, some strings or even a choir. And I will go for the strings, so I will open my Phoenix bank and let's use these ones. That are really simple, nothing crazy. In fact, you need really simple sounds to make this type of beat. So we're working in C# minor, and let's lay down a really easy melody. Ooh. So let's try to pitch this down, because actually in these beats all the melodies are really pitched down and have a lot of mid-low end. Yeah, I like that, man. Now, to make this type of melodies is really easy. Always play around with these two notes that are only one semitone apart. This melody sounds good because here we are going from D# to E, that are the other two semitones of the minor scale. So we have some variation and the melody isn't always the same. So on this, of course, we need to add some effects. And I want to start with an EQ. We need to remove this really low end. And we can remove also this high end. It sounds like filtered, and that's good. And the best trick that will always make your melody sound good is to add half time on them. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's try to pitch it up to D#. Yeah. I want to add another EQ on this because we need to valorize these higher frequencies. Okay, man, now I'm going to render it. I'm going to leave some space because we're going to need it later. In fact, right now I think it's off time. Yeah, it can work, but I prefer to shift this like this. Yeah, that's hard. And let's see if we can create a really some variation for the arrangement by pitching up the main melody. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to do the same thing that we did before. Okay, man, it already sounds good. Another instrument that is needed in this type of beats are some piano bass notes. Now, there are a lot of good pianos, but I'd like to use this one from the stock FL Studio packs. So, of course, we need to place the root note, that in this case is D#, and we can also duplicate the notes. Maybe lower a bit the velocity of the top one. Yeah. That's hard. Normally you want to keep these beats as simple as you can, but I like to add some variation with the bass notes, otherwise it's going to sound like everyone else. And of course, guys, I'm going to unlink all the melodies from the master and link them to a melody bus where we remove the low end. Otherwise it's going to clash with the 808 later. But the main sample is clicking, so we can create a fade out effect like this. Yeah. Now, I heard a lot of this type of beats, and honestly we could just throw some drums on it, it would sound good. But this is sounding generic, and I want to add my touch to it, and I suggest you to do that too. So I want to add something like a violin, and create a catchy top melody. Let's use the violin 3. And also here we need to go chill, man. Yeah. Now, this sounds sketchy because we are always coming back to the 5th note of the scale while creating some variation. And that's a really easy strategy to make your top melody. But we can add half time also on this one. Let's pen this on the left. Yeah. Let's select half loop. Let's remove this low end. Was the high end. Yeah. Okay man, I really like that, and we're starting to have no variation for a full beat. But I want to add a vocal too. You can find vocals on Splice, on the internet in general, or in kits. In fact, I'm going to use some from the Phoenix. Let's try this one. By the way, it's currently at a really low price for the end of summer discount, so if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And there is also a free version of it on my website, so don't miss out. Yeah, simple like this. It's also reverb. And pan it on the right instead. Now I left some space on purpose, because in these beats you want to create a call and response effect, because it's going to sound really good and keep the listener engaged. So now we need to add another melody that goes here, and I was thinking about some trumpets or something like that. And then we'll use this producer brass from Expand. Can go like tada, tada. Let's make the note shorter. It doesn't sound like the other instruments, and we need to blend them together. Let's add an EQ, remove this high end. Okay, then we can add some more reverb. Yeah, that's fire, man. I like that. Can pan this on the left. So man, I really like this sample, and now we need to arrange this a little bit to see if we have enough variation for a full beat, but I think we do. So let's start with the main melody pitched down, just to set the vibe. Yeah, and maybe you can have the violin on the second part. To keep the intro interesting. This is the drop. And I'll keep it simple like this. You can copy this over and bring in the call and response effect. Yeah. Then the verse can be simple like this, by just having the pitch down melody. And then we can bring in the violin. Now it's finally time for the drums, man. Philly drill drums are different from trap drums, because in general we don't have the hi-hats and we have a lot of percussions. So I will use the drums from the Nebula kit, and let's find some perks. We need to add the laser. Also this one is used a lot. And finally this one. So my advice is to add them before actually adding anything else. It's easier to find a good bounce like this. Yeah, that's bouncy. Then also here we can create some variation at the end maybe. Yeah. Then let's move to this one. We can use it like a snare. And let's keep it like this. Then for this one, let's have one at the start like this. Yeah. And let's shift this one. Now it doesn't sound really good, but after adding the snare, it's going to sound insane. So in these beats you want to use this Lex one. Let's try to pitch it down. And here we need to create a kinda strange pattern. Yeah, that's bouncy. Yeah, I like that. And now it's already time for the 808, so I will add the spins. That always works for this type of beats. As you can hear, this isn't hitting. So what we're going to do is just to boost this. Oh, and I don't have a soft clipper on the master. Always have a soft clipper on the master. So as you can see, the final volume won't clip, but the 808 will. But I want to add one note here. Yeah, that's bouncy. And we can also change the pan of our percussions. Yeah. I want to add a hat too on this, man. We can copy the 808 pattern and paste it here, but let's make it more simple. Yeah, something like this. Ooh. Yeah, that's better. So now we need to arrange a bit the drums too. We can start with all the perks like this. Maybe let's have them a bit later. Yeah, that's hard, man. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video if you want to make Detroit beats.